responsible. close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
shattering the part of me, and I can take it. My heart is so hollow, the blood has an echo inside of my veins. My heart is so hollow, your voice is an arrow, making the pain. My heart is so hollow, hollow, hollow. My heart is so hollow, hollow, hollow.
Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome. This is the Baltic Esports League, other known as BESL, and it is Team Timechasers facing off against Team LESGEDI. It's a best-of-3 series. It's the group stage of BESL. I will remind you there that Team Timechasers, they did lose the first encounter against Team Lithuania, the previous champion, and perhaps even the best Baltic team around. And we'll see how will they face off against the Estonian side in the name of LESGEDI, which have also lost their first encounter, and that was against another Lithuanian team which was all the rage which have qualified through the open brackets. So it's a pistol round and overpass. It's a first map, I will remind you that. The best of 3 series. Will be interesting to watch. So the Estonians, they are setting themselves up for a passive approach towards the B bomb side, but well, the bomb is not making itself known. 40 seconds are left, and they do not have any utility, the Estonians, so they must hurry up. But they do get the first kill, which might provoke a rotation, but it actually doesn't, although JL misses his shots, and well, he must get those kills, but he just simply doesn't. Askew finishes one off with the nade, although he needs to do more damage as they do not have a defuse kit. Team Timechaser, so they must hurry up. The rotation is coming in. Yazas from heaven cannot find anybody. Askew is already dinked down. Has is indifferent. 2 against 4, no defuse kit. And no Askew left alive. Only Yazas in heaven, so now the only hope for him is to escape. He will get one exit, although Gabotic will trade him out. So that's the first round for Team LESGEDI, as they do win the pistol one. 5 kills across the board for every member from the Estonian side. So now it will be an eco for Team Timechasers. Well, their pistol round just didn't work out. The JL didn't win the initial battles that he should have won. Well, he is the leader of Team Timechasers, so well, it's a given that he must shine in those moments, but sadly he didn't. And now it's the Estonians just rushing and piling down towards A long. The flash just didn't work, and Gabotic will just mow down his opponents. And the mowing down is working perfectly. Indifferent is the only one left alive, but question is for how long, as he's hearing the footsteps of the Estonians. Now he will manage to hide himself, but not for long, as Nita will put him out of his misery. So 2 rounds are up in quick succession, but now it is the first real test of the Lithuanian defense, as they do invest fully in this round. We have 3 AUGs and 2 M4s. Maybe enough utility, however, no defuse kit, so a retake scenario might be dangerous again, as Shadow, he has decided to take an aggressive position, but his jump has simply not worked. But maybe that was a good decision from him. Maybe fortune was on his side, because well, party, it has been Molotov'd off, so Shadow would have burned alive. But now it's Gaboticus who will actually decide to push in with his teammates toward this B-bomb side, but the flash, it will work. However, Zila will be the first one getting the kills, and Askew now a lot on his plate. He needs to deliver right now, but he simply cannot. And again, it's just a simple round for the Estonians. It seems indifferent. He gets 2 kills, and Shadow 1 against 3 right now. That's the scenario for him. He does not have a defuse kit. He does have a flash. He's trying to flank his opponents. Well, Paolo and Gabotic, they only have 3 and 2 HP. So it's quite unfortunate for the Lithuanians that they simply couldn't manage to finish off their opponents. 1 nade would do, but sadly we will not see that scenario. Shadow will just wait for exit frags. Another round for Team Timechasers, and it's so sad that, well, they're just losing those peak side. Well, yeah, some dents in the economy. Gaboticus, he will just try to move away from the explosion radius, and he did so, and he managed to survive. But obviously, LESGEDI, they will still have enough money to buy up fully in this round. And well, the Lithuanians, they are having themselves a half buy. Upgraded pistols, JL with the nades this time. Indifferent with a Desert Eagle, a flash, a nade, and Kevlar. But Shadow, he's the aggressive player, without a flash, without anything. He just wants to be aggressive. He wants to be the main doer of his team, but that won't work, as Zila with his up, he just waits patiently and gets the kill. In the meantime, there's a trap set up by Team Timechasers on that B-bomb side. Gabotic will start clearing out middle. In the meantime, it's the Lithuanians just waiting around for their nades, trying to quadranate Monster. Will that work out at least for one kill? No, it will not. Nita will stay on 51 HP. Yalsis is burning alive, so he must be pushed off. Be short. Yalsis, will he get a kill? Yes, he will, but he won't find the other player. Nita decided to play this one passive, although he's still re-peeking. He did see a leg of his opponent. It should be an easy kill, but that's a nice headshot from Indifferent. But that will be all she wrote for the Lithuanian. Well, 4 rounds in quick succession for the Estonian side. Just simple one-man peaks, which are doing the work for them right now. Although Timechasers are finally on a full buy, and it's Shadow picking up the AWP, but he will miss his first shot. Such an important shot to hit in the middle, but he doesn't manage to do so, as he will have to back away. In the meantime, opponents of Timechasers, they are rushing towards A long. Actually, 4 of them are here, so it's a big presence in Shadow. Well, he must deliver in this scenario. He's just holding that angle passively as Gabotic is lining himself up with the smoke. Shadow gets the first kill. That might be indication to slow things down for the Estonian side, but they're choosing not to, as the smokes are commencing, but they're just not pushing in just of yet. Although Shadow, he's in such of an aggressive position, his teammate dies, and well, that aggression just didn't pay off. And once again, in a simple matter like that, Timechasers give away the bomb site. The bomb will be planted. The Estonians, they do have the man advantage. Such a difficult retake scenario on this A bomb site. The Molotov, it might provoke a rotation. JL gets a double kill. It's very important, but he leaves it all down to Yazas, but he gives away his position. And that's another headshot for Vista. Again, this time it was definitely the mistakes from Team Timechasers that have led to their demise in this round. Shadow, he could have taken a more passive approach. He could have stayed on the bomb site with that AWP. It would have been such a nuisance. But well, his decision making was poor. And that led to the round losses. Obviously, 3 against 4, retaking bomb site 8's very difficult on overpass. So it's no big surprise that Timechasers lose out this one. And again, they are on another half buy scenario. Pistols and Kevlars across the board. They've managed to do some damage, obviously not enough. The previous time they had that buy. Gabotic, he will be tagged down to 68. But that won't be enough to obscure his vision. Different giant spam through the wooden wall, but it hasn't worked out, although it's working out for Askew, as he did find the first kill. He might find another one. Yes, he does. He has the quick trade-off. Gets his teammate JL another weapon, leaving the Estonians on a man disadvantage. Only 40 seconds left, actually, so not a lot of time. And Shadow gets another very important kill, leaving only Nita and Zila alive. 30 seconds, so they must hurry. Although they do have eyes on the bomb. And that's Shadow. But oh my, Shadow. Oh, that was a lucky shot from him. Good reaction times for Shadow. And oh, come on. Shadow is so unfortunate in this game right now. He cannot get his game going. There we go. That's a triple kill for Shadow. And that's a round that shouldn't have been won for Timechasers, but it was the mistakes from Team LESGEDI that let them win that round. So Team Timechasers on the first round on the board, very important for that morale. If we're looking at the economy and the financial situation that the Estonians do have, well, it's not in a good position, because if they do lose this round, well, they're gonna be in a world of trouble later on. 4 AKs and 1 Desert Eagle. That's the arsenal for the Estonians. And And they're just waiting around bomb side B. Although there's a triple stack on there. So it should be in favor of Timechasers, especially when they do have JL. Although, when I mentioned that, he just gets killed quite easily from pauses. Askew will be found, and once again, they're just giving away the bomb sites. Indifferent, he cannot get a kill, and he will literally nade himself. Well, not good enough. Definitely not good enough for Timechasers. 2 against 3 once again. They do have the defuse kit shadow. Such an important position in heaven. They must hurry. Indifferent, he gets 1 kill. A beautiful headshot there, actually. He's left on 3 HP, however, his opponents are definitely a low HP as well. So they just must hurry. Indifferent, he needs to be the baiter guy. But he switches to a nade in the worst possible time. And Shadow, he literally doesn't have enough time. He must take the defuse, but once again, this retake has been played very poorly for Timechasers, and they literally have only themselves to blame in this scenario. I mean, from a tactical point of view, they're doing things well. However, in rounds like these, well, it's not good to see them, you know, panic in these rotations and in the retakes themselves. They're not getting the kills that they should have. Shadow, once again, is just being way out of position. And he gets found, and once again, Indifferent found. So, yeah, again, a very quick loss of a defender. So, not good enough. Definitely not good enough for Timechasers. Zila, he finds himself a double. Now he's just... things are not working out for them. 2 against 5. The best that they can hope for is saving these weapons. Definitely not good enough so far for Timechasers. Vista will find his teammate Askew. He will get 1 kill, but he's left on 15 HP. Not much that he can do. He's smoked off, and he will be chased down eventually by the Estonians. Definitely not a good start. And Timechasers 7-1 the scoreline. Poor so far from the Lithuanians, especially on that CT side. They have finally taken a timeout. 30-second timeouts in this config, it seems, on the server. So not a minute. Again, they do not have enough money to make a proper full buy, so once again, they will have to stay on pistols. Well, it has worked out once. It was only the pistols that have won them the round, but, well... again, that round was won basically because of the situation that the Estonians, they were, you know, they played that round poorly. Let's just put it that way, because they went 1 by 1, easy pickoffs for the CTs, and that said, the Estonians lost the round, but it doesn't seem that they will be making any more of those mistakes. Definitely, it's a match and a map that should have and could be won from Timechasers. Obviously, it's not over yet. Well, the round is over. More Indifferent. Shadow will be traded off as well, and that should be an easy indication for the Estonians to head on towards the A bomb site. But they are grouping up with the smokes, with the execution on bomb site B. Molotovs and such. Hasn't worked out, the Molotov. Gaborik needs to work on that. Again, a 5v3 should be an easy one, but it was a fake from the Estonians. JL, oh, he just waited a bit too long. He will get the 1 kill, but his position has been compromised. Although it's Askew and Yazas who are picking up the kills in connector, so this just might work if they have enough time, because, well, the bomb is planted deeply on it. It doesn't matter. Things are left on Askew. 1 against 1. It doesn't have a defuse kit, so we must hurry. The bomb is planted. Favored for Vista, but it put himself in such a position that could have harmed him, but it didn't. As the Estonians, they run away with that round. It could have been another surprise for the Lithuanians, winning another pistol round, but didn't work out for them. Nevertheless, they have invested into a double op system. And we'll see whether that system works or not. On such maps as Inferno, the system is paying dividend for Timechasers. We'll see if that's gonna be the case. This time around, as JL, he gets the double kill with the op. No big surprises here. The leader finally shines for his team. Indifferent, he will get traded off in connector. Shadow, he must get that kill. And he does. Doesn't spot out another member, but his teammate Yazas does, so finally, it should be a round on the board for Timechasers. If they put 6 or even 7 rounds on the board in the first half, well then, things might still be in favor for the Lithuanians. They might just force a comeback. JL gets another kill, and there we go. A triple for JL, 1 kill for Shadow, 4 combined for the double ops. We do see that, well, at least this system is working out. We'll see if that's going to be the case later on. As the Estonians, they do force up this round. We are seeing 3 Desert Eagles, a couple of AKs in their arsenal. It'll be interesting to find out whether that works out for them or not, as they're pushing towards A long, but it's Shadow waiting for them. He gets the 1 kill and smartly decides to back away this time. Hopefully he does not repeat the same mistake and peek aggressively, because that aggression, well, it hasn't worked out twice for him right now. Gets dinked on. Oh, what a double kill there. For the Estonians, they're just wrecking things apart. And again, a round that should have been won by Timechasers. It's just proving that today is not their day, it seems, as they're just literally getting outgunned. Maybe their positioning is the problem. Maybe their aim is the problem. Maybe it's just the individualities that are not shining for Timechasers. One way or another, they are in a deep, deep hole. JL loses another op, a very important one in fact. Leaving only SQ alive. He might get the trade, he does, but does it even matter right now for Timechasers, as they do not have a proper enough financial situation to invest. Actually they do. If SQ saves this weapon, it could be very plausible that they do invest in this round, and they do. JL already buying himself an AWP, and actually they're heading back onto the double op system once again. So the situation that the current meta is in right now, and just lets people buy after losing these rounds. So Indifferent once again, he's sitting deep in the connector area. He gets the very important first kill, annihilating Zila. Has been a nuisance for the Estonians, and Indifferent does manage to get the double kill. So it's a proper round start for the Lithuanian side. Good performance from Indifferent in this round at least. And once again, the calm before the storm. As the Estonians, they're just creeping their way towards the B bomb side from short. And once again, if they do manage to get those kills, Gabotic will be found, and even only moved up. He will be found through the smoke. Even only Paolo alive. Well, this round definitely hasn't worked out. For Team LESGEDI this round around. As it's Team Timechasers picking up the third round for themselves. Finally, something positive to say about their game. Again, They do not have the best financial situation, but the Estonians have still decided to invest every single dollar in this round. It has worked out the round before where they just literally won. Okay, this round is just stupid. Literally stupid from the Estonians. No other way you can put it. Running through the Molotovs. Seriously, what is this? Gabotic, the only one left alive. I haven't seen a worse round in such level of Counter-Strike ever before. But yeah, it's an easy one for Timechasers. Obviously, if your enemies are running through the Molotov, well, thank you, I guess. And now they're forced on an eco, so their money management is terrible. I'm talking about LESGEDI. Definitely no proper teamwork. For the Estonians, as they will be on pistols right now, and the situation is that they could have played it so much better, financially talking, Team LESGEDI, but now they're just literally not saving enough money. However, what is this? How are they literally allowed in bomb side A as two of them just give it away? Timechasers, what is happening? Literally Shadow and Indifferent, both of them giving away the bomb site, and that's terrible. They don't have enough time. They're facing off against pistols. They do have the double up, which will be even more troublesome. Literally, the flashes are just killing them. Wow, what is happening for Team Timechasers? JL, he needs to shine. I mean, how else can you put it? Oh, he's just sticking to the defuse. Will that work out for JL? It just might. It will, but really, Timechasers, they do need to talk. They do need to talk after this round, because stuff like that, it shouldn't be happening. They escape just about. A horrendous round for Timechasers. JL is very fortunate. He's very fortunate that he wasn't sprayed down from the smoke. Yeah. Definitely not good enough. Well, but it's not over yet. Shadow, he does get the first kill on this round after it has been invested in this round for the Estonians. Gabotic will get a second kill. He might find himself a third, but Shadow will just escape. But once again, it's a quick man advantage for Team LESGEDI. 3 against 4. Well, the double ops. JL is shining at least. He gets the first kill on the board. He will decide to rotate, although the lone man on bomb side B has died. JL with a quick rotation, and if he just catches his opponent off guard, he will not be expecting Nita. He does drop, so Nita should have heard it and should gather the information. Doesn't seem to be the case though, so JL just might find himself a free kill. Oh god, no. I could have played so better. You could have made so better, but it didn't work out for Team Timechasers, as it's not working out for them in the first half. It seems that they're basically not organized well. They're missing shots that they shouldn't be. Their positioning was horrendous in this game. Yeah, definitely not good enough from Team Timechasers, but maybe, just maybe, the second half will give back the hope, as they do have 5 rounds on the board. It's not over yet. It's definitely not over yet for Team Timechasers. It's Shadow running in. The bomb side B, but once again, this time around, it's Patu. Or Palu, sorry. Mistaking him with a footballer. This is Champions League week. But, yeah, Palu. He was getting the triple kill. All of them headshots, but the bomb has been planted though, so it's not over yet for Team Timechasers, although they must get those kills. Indifferent and Yaos, as both will be found quick enough. Yeah, not good enough for Team Timechasers once again. It almost seemed to work, but Palu showed his magic. And it's a 5th round on the board. In the 11th one on the board, sorry, for the Estonian side, as Time Chasers, they did decide to invest some money in this round. 3 of the players buying up Kevlar and CZs. He has us with a P250 and a couple of flashbangs. One of them already being used on a long, and the terrorists are making their way up connector. Flash out. Decent execution so far. He will get the first kill. Something positive. And we have Time Chasers, and now they can make their execution happen. As they smoke themselves up in a long, interesting JL. Should smoke off the cross. There we go. And an execution happening. And the first one went in, or he didn't see his opponent. It's Gabotic. A double kill with a USP. Well, these are the things that you don't expect, don't you? And now it's JL left. Not for long, as it's Gabotic picking up a triple kill with a USP. Well, there you go. Something that you didn't expect. LESGEDI getting a 12th round on the board. The execution itself, it seemed nice for Team Time Chasers, although it just simply didn't work out, as now they're changing up the tempo. They're trying to push towards a long, and it just might work, as their opponents didn't present them with any nades or flashes or molotovs or whatever. And the thing is that, well, it's just a simple way in for Team Time Chasers. They do plant the bomb indifferent. Will they be expecting his opponent or not? It's only Gabotic left with a FAMAS in hand. It does have a defuse kit, but he will not get the kill on ASCII. And this time around, it's Time Chasers winning this round. 6-12 is the scoreline, leaving their enemy's economy in shambles. 12-6 is the scoreline. LESGEDI, they do not have the best financial situation, as it seems. A couple of deagles in August, CZ and AWP in Gabotic's hands, and that is the arsenal of Team LESGEDI. In the meantime, Time Chasers are having themselves a party with 4 AKs and a MAC-10 in Shadow's hands. You can do a lot of damage, but apparently he doesn't. Yazas will trade out his opponent. Nita gets a lot of information, actually, that it is a hit on the A bomb side, as he pushed out all throughout T-spawn, and he just might catch his opponents off guard, but he's not playing connector, so that just might be a very lucky scenario. Although Nita, oh, what a good timing. He gets the 1 kill, but will not find the other one. He did his job, the lurk. He wreaked panic into the terrorists' minds. Yazas will reload at the worst possible time. ASCII will get a trade, but 38 HP are left for him. And again, in scenarios like these, when you do lose against pistols, what else can be said, really? Maybe it was unfortunate that they've got traded off. Maybe they didn't use enough flashbangs to clear out their angles. Maybe another call could have been made. A lot of question marks that won't be answered for Time Chasers, as well. They will have themselves a half-buy scenario. Couple of CZs, 1 P250. MAC-10. Yazas. It'll be interesting to see, but now they're just running through flames. Shadow will not have the opportunity to plant the bomb. Yazas will die as well, even only indifferent to life, but not for long. A very quick round this time around, and yeah, it just didn't work out for Time Chasers once again. But they are running out of hopes, basically, of chances really to come back in this game, as the result is already 6-14. So they do take another timeout, Team Time Chasers, as they have that thought in the back of their minds that, well, it just might be the last round if we lose it. So yeah, I mean, when we did spectate Overpass and how Timechasers played the map, it wasn't a bad map for them, but today they're just not themselves really. We definitely saw them play better, however, today is just not working out for them. Maybe after this timeout, all things will change, and hopefully that is going to be the case for the Lithuanian side. 5 case in their arsenal for Team Timechasers as they're running down towards B short, but they will be greeted by Molotovs, at least at Monster. However, JL together with Shadow, they've already, with Indifferent, sorry, they've already taken their positions, but Indifferent, he will be sprayed down. And again, a quick man advantage for the Estonians. Shadow, he's playing with fire right now. A flash out, trying to make an execution, a good flash this time around. And they can get the kills, and they do. Well played this time around. Great usage of flashbangs, and once again they are proving for us, dear viewers, that they do have something in their back, Timechasers. Whenever they play as a team, it is working out for them. It's a retake scenario 2 against 3 with an open hand. It will be difficult. His steps will be heard. He realizes that he doesn't have enough time. He gets the call for his teammate that he needs to save his weapon. His teammate won't be able to. Vista will escape just in time, although Shadow is already trying to hunt him down, but Vista will keep himself in a safe position as Timechasers, well, the comeback is on, it seems, as they have won the first round. Obviously, they will need a lot more to claw their way back in this game. As Team LESGEDI, well, they still managed to do some sort of a buy. 3 M4s, 1 AUG, 1 Desert Eagle in the hands of Zila, as Vista is trying to play this one out aggressively, but it doesn't matter as the Lithuanians are already on bomb side B. And they finally, it seems, realized the flaws in the Estonian setup, as they just didn't have enough money to prevent a quick attack. They didn't have enough money for flashes, Molotovs, nades, and all that good stuff. So another round on the board for Timechasers that should force an eco round for the Estonians. So as I did say, the comeback is on the ropes, and Vista once again the only man left alive for the Estonians, who will try to save his weapon, and he should be able to do so successfully. So round 8 on the board for Timechasers. Both of them have been won after pushing aggressive towards the B bomb side. Question is, will Estonians take some notes from that, and will they learn from their mistakes? That the defense on bomb side B that they do have is not good, to say the least, as Timechasers, they are deciding to run aggressively towards bomb side B once again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? JL with an AWP, that's a double, and his teammates should be doing the rest. Palu, he wants that 8K in his hands. His teammate Vista gets one. I'm sorry, he's not with an AK, he's with an M4. And they're going towards bomb side B as they've Molotoved and smoked off short. Well, that's an easy kill for Palu. He did not expect that boost, as Molotov will be flying in. Once again, the Estonians are trapped. Should be an easy kill for JL, and it is. He can only Vista alive, but not for long, as SQ will find him. Round 9 on the board for Team Timechasers. JL already with 24 kills. Not a big surprise there now, is it? Timechasers, well, they're trying to claw their way back in this game, and it's working out so far. for the Lithuanian squad, but this time around it's a bigger test that they have to face the Lithuanians, as the Estonians have already managed to make a proper buy. 2 and 4, sorry. A couple of Augs and a UMP in Vista's hands this time. JL sticks with that AWP. Shadow is just lurking around connector, waiting for his opponent's mistake. And I mean, Team LESGEDI, they have done a lot of mistakes as well. It's not that one-sided of a game. Just the 50-50 scenarios are basically more in favor of the Estonians. So the flash is out, and I mean, it's working out actually for Team Timechasers. Once again, they do have the man advantage. They will get the bomb planted, although the aggression from Shadow was definitely not needed. 2 against 2, JL in a very open spot. And we'll see whether that aggression works or not. It just might cut the cookie, as it says, but JL misses such an important shot, so now a lot is on Askew's plate. The Molotov will just prevent him. Askew, he needs to get that kill, and he does. He hears his opponent's steps. A very important 1v1 clutch to win for Askew. He's missed his shot so far, but the time is running out. Gabotic, no defuse kit in hand. And that is it. Another round on the board for Team Timechasers. Gabotic, he needs to accept his fate. And the bomb will explode. And a very, very important clutch one for Team Timechasers. 4 rounds in a row. They will need 4 more if they want to equalize the score. 10-14. The Estonians, once again, their buy is not good. They only have Desert Eagles in hands. Although the nades, they can do a lot of damage if they just line them up in the best possible scenario. But it doesn't seem to be the case, as Shadow is already wrecking things apart. Although it's not the case just of yet. JL, he does get 1 kill, but he will be traded off quickly. And it's Palu, actually, who's doing the dirty work right now, leaving only Yazes and Askew alive. But Yazes gets a very important headshot, leaving only Nita alive. 1 against 2. The Eagle in hand. They can play this one out safely. Oh, what a headshot from Nita. And he just might get the other one, as he has his crosshair in a good position. Nita, that would be a clutch of a lifetime for him. Oh, and he just might fool his opponent. Nita, you will not win that battle. Askew once again winning a very important clutch. Twice in a row he has been faced with a 1v1 scenario that is a must win, and twice he shines, as Timechasers, they're clawing their way back in this game. But now the Estonians, they have something up their sleeves, and that is the double op system. We'll see if that's gonna work out for them or not, as another quick push has happened, and this time around it's the flashbangs which are doing a lot of good for Team Timechasers. Shadow is in a very creepy position right here, as he flashes out and gets another kill for Team Timechasers. Oh, what a double. Fantastic positioning from the Lithuanian, leaving Gabotic alive, but not for long, as Timechasers, well, they're proving their haters wrong. Great scenario so far from Team Timechasers, as they're mounting their comeback. And yeah, their haters will be proven otherwise if Timechasers do manage to claw back in this game, as the Estonians, they are left on pistols once again. Follow with the Desert Eagle, he will be flashed away, as they do set up that trap on bomb side B. In the meantime, the majority of the Lithuanians, they are moving towards a long, I suppose, a trap, which hasn't worked out actually for the Estonians, as they have already decided to move back towards the A bomb site. But Timechasers, they already have control of bomb site A. The bomb is planted, the fake has worked, the trap did not. Well, a nice headshot from Palu. He's a good pistol player, to say the least. I mean, he can do a lot of damage with those pistols, but shouldn't be enough, obviously, in this round. Nita will be Molotov'd off. The only guy alive. Question is, how long? Just trying to shoot his way out of this one, but it won't work. And it's Timechasers. Well, they're creating drama, dear viewers. 13-14 is the scoreline. Such important rounds to win for this team. So if they just manage to do so, it will be a great comeback story. I will remind you, dear viewers, that this is a best of 3 games. So this is only the first map. So don't expect too much. This map will not decide the fate of the game per se, but it will have a big impact leading on to the second map. It's good that they finally came back, as JL gets another very important kill. Shadow, he needs to get that kill, but he doesn't. And it's a spray through the smoke. Nita will not be found, so they will have to make their way back onto B short. Indifferent, he needs to get that kill from connector, and he does. It's a man advantage for Team Timechasers. And do you smell the comeback? Because Timechasers most definitely do. As they do have the man advantage, they do have the utility. So, if they play this one out nicely, they can see themselves on round 14. Zila's position is not compromised, but it's the aim of Indifferent that had it covered. Gabotic and Nita, both of them are on low HP. And Timechasers, well, they do have the better financial situation. LESGEDI, they should have enough money to buy in the next round, although they might only have $4,000 in their pockets, meaning that they will force themselves on a half buy. And Timechasers, well, who could have thought, after having played a scenario which was 8-1, they were losing 8-1, but they did manage to claw their way back in this game, and they will find themselves on round 14 equalizing the score. Well, definitely a thing that we didn't expect, especially on the D side. JL is just proven himself to be once again the biggest leader in his team. 30 kills for the man. It's not over yet, but it seems that LESGEDI, well, they have pushed the red button. They have pushed the alarm button, as they have invested every single dollar in this round. Will this approach work out, as it's aggression towards B short, but the Lithuanians, they're not moving towards there, as they have found themselves on bomb side B once again. Literally, the Estonians, they have no answers for the aggression of Timechasers, and they did plant the bomb. They do have the better weapons. It's just a match in heaven, it seems. 14-14, the bomb is planted. They have nowhere to go, LESGEDI, as the Molotovs are raining in. And that's it. They will literally die in flames, the Estonians. And it's around 15 guaranteed for Timechasers. Shadow, his spray won't work. Vista will get a double, but it doesn't really matter in the long case, in the long term scenario as well. Even Yazas finds himself a double kill. And there we go. The economy is shattered. The morale is shattered as well for Team LESGEDI, as Timechasers as well. They're showing that the impossible is actually possible. What a fantastic comeback so far. It's not over yet. They still have one step to go. Will this comeback actually happen? Round 30, dear viewers. Will we see overtime, or will Timechasers manage to bring a miracle out of this hat? So, obviously, the financial situation is not in a good position, but the flashes are happening. And the push towards A long is happening. Ask you the lurk, he has got 1 kill, as the majority of the Estonians have left themselves on bomb site B. It doesn't even matter, as the lurks are just chiming in on bomb site B, leaving only Paolo alive, but not for long, as it will be a clear round 30 for Team Timechasers, as they do manage to come back after a fantastic journey in map 1. Great map for Timechasers, great comeback after a result 1-8. They have managed to win literally 10 rounds in a row. Fantastic from Team Timechasers, definitely a good performance for them in the first map. But I will remind you, dear viewers, that it is a best of 3 series. Nevertheless, the second map is Inferno, and we do know that Team Timechasers, they are good on that map. So hopefully they will be even better than they were on Overpass, and hopefully they will show the form on Inferno that they did show in the previous 10 rounds of Overpass. Fantastic comeback, dear viewers. In a couple of minutes we will be back, so don't you go anywhere. Grab yourself a drink, go to the toilet or something, because we will be back in a minute.
That's right.
like this. She virgin, I took it. She said we should hook up the boyfriend and booger. Don't know me, then look up. I be in the clouds. Full full of Henny, I drink and I drown. Daytime better come correct. Ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. Like this. Daytime better come correct. Ain't playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept.
So welcome back, dear viewers, into map 2 of Team Timechasers facing off against Team LESGEDI. You're greeted by me, Lesvunas, and I will remind you that we are watching the Baltic League Pro Division BESL Season 3, if I'm not mistaken, or Season 2, doesn't really matter. It's map 2 of match day 2. The first map was won by Team Timechasers after a fantastic performance on Overpass, especially the second half. The first half was terrible, but they mounted a comeback after the scoreline was 2-10. They managed to bring it to 16-14, so a great performance on them for them on the first map. And this time around it's Inferno, and it's Team Timechasers who are starting on the T side. It will be interesting to see how will they perform, as Nita will get one trade kill, and Vista will manage to get one back. Nita right now, you can do even more damage, but he won't, as it's a quick trade off for the Lithuanians, but the bomb is dropped, although the very important fast trade has happened, and now they must rush back towards bump site B. But 2 against 1, it's Shadow and JL, the best tandem probably that you can get out of Team Timechasers, and it has been proven to be the case, as they have won the pistol round finally for Timechasers. I mean, this team did not win a lot of pistol rounds, but it's nice to see that they finally do. So both actually pistol rounds on the terrorist side have been won for the Lithuanian side, which is beautiful. Obviously the Estonians will have to eco, and 3 MAC-10s, a UMP, and 1 AK in the hands of JL in the Lithuanian arsenal. JL, well, he got a bit too greedy, re-peeking that angle in middle. He will be found, but Askew will find himself an AK in return. Not that good probably to lose a man or two regarding the economy of the terrorists. Shadow is just playing very patiently. Will patience be a virtue for Timechasers? Time will tell. Askew gave away the AK-2 indifferent, switching himself onto a MAC-10, and that should be an execution towards the B-bomb site. We do have the utility, and oh boy, do I hope that they use it. It will be so important. Smoke down CT, but no more. Shadow, will he spot his opponent? Yes, he will, but he will not get a kill just yet. Must get that, come on, Shadow. There you go, his teammate helps him out. At the end of things, as Nita is already making his way into Banana, but he will be spotted out by Indifferent. Does have the AK in hand, although well, both of the players are just missing their shots horrendously. Shadow gets a very important trade kill onto Vista, because that could have been troublesome, to say the least, for the Lithuanians, but it's not. As Indifferent gets another shot in, leaving Zeal on 4 HP. 2 men lost, so not the best, perhaps, for Timechasers. Obviously, could have gone way worse, but yeah, 2 people lost. They can still buy up properly. They can just drop their SMGs to the players who have lost their life in that round. So let's go. Round 3, full buy from Team LESGEDI. Well, maybe not the best of full buys, as Gaboticus is still with an MP9. Vista is with an op without Kevlar, and very aggressively in apartments. Will that work out? It actually might, and probably will. Yes, it will. The flash, it didn't work out for the Lithuanian, and there we go. A quick man advantage, make it double. In just 15 seconds has the man advantage for the Estonians doubled. MAC-10s are the ones who have been left alive. Deep smoke. Oh, and why did you push through the smoke like that, Nita? That was very dumb of you to do. Or Askew just pre-firing. He was flashed, but nevertheless, he still decides to push, but Balu gets a very important triple kill, in fact. Again, the timing with the nades for Timechasers, they're moving with their flashbangs and their molotovs in open spaces. I have literally no idea why they're doing so, because they are in a most open space imaginable, and then they pick out the molotov, then they throw a flash or something. If you're deciding to throw nades, do it in a closed scenario, or when you're sure that your teammate will cover you, not when you're completely in the open and completely alone. That was the main problem, actually, on CT side on Overpass, which led to a very bad scenario, to say the least, for Timechasers. So yeah, those mistakes with the usage of utility, it is really shown in scenarios like these. So they must fix that problem, because yeah, their usage of utility is not really the best. The timing of their utility, so to say, because they're using flashes properly. I mean, it was shown on overpass T side, right? When they pushed well into the B bomb side. They used their utility nicely because they were in closed spaces, they made perfect flashes, and it worked. And now the aggressive push towards B's, I mean, it has worked, but now this stuff, oh, he actually legs Shadow, so he just might have an opportunity to come back in this game. Or in this round, I'm sorry. He will manage to plant the bomb, so that's positive for the economy, but it's a double P from the Estonians. Nothing that Shadow can do about it. Simple bomb defuse for Team LESGEDI. And another round on the board, which has been forced. And they did invest every dollar in that round, Team Timechasers. Although the bomb plant will, I mean, it will cushion the fall a bit, to say the least, for Timechasers. Not enough to make a full buy, but enough to, you know, upgrade pistols and then hopefully buy better weapons in the later round. So a couple of AUGs, an M4 and AK, and in Nita's hand is the op. I will have to release my cat because he's meowing like a crazy old goon, so I will be right back. So, a smoke in front of Askew, not a lot that he can do. Ryman accidentally, as his teammates are making their way onto middle. A good trade-off for Shadow. He does get the kill onto Pollard. Vista will find his teammate who is lurking around apartments. 50 seconds are still left, although the bomb is dropped, so that's not good. Vista does find his opponent. Should be a double, and it is for Vista. He's already expected it. So 3-2 is the scoreline. The Estonians, after losing the pistol round, they are back in the lead. Although it is a full buy from the Lithuanians, only Shadow left with the Galil. His teammates are on 4 AKs. No op yet for Team Timechasers. A lot of damage has been taken from 4 Askew. He's left on 48 HP. And again, full map control from the Estonian side. Vista, Vista, he can do a lot of damage, but he only gets 1. Unfortunate for the Estonian, he could have done also better, but he didn't. Shadow has to be careful. He is, and he gets the first kill, might get the double, and he does. A very important double kill here for Shadow, which opened things up on bomb side B, and just might open the third round on the board. Actually, Indifferentas will get traded off, but the bomb is planted. That's the most important thing of it. And Shadow, he finds himself in a deep position and coffins. He's all alone, so he must execute his position perfectly. He hears the scope of the op of Nita, and he gets a simple kill here. A flash shot for Palu. His position compromised. Askew peeked out. Communication whether they want the op or not. They said they do. I wouldn't be surprised if that's given to JL. So, they've equalized the score, Team Timechasers. And their enemy's economy is definitely not in the best of shapes, as well they've managed to do a quasi-buy, to say the least. I mean, if they planned to buy, Nita could have dropped a FAMAS or 2, or maybe an M4 to his teammate, but they've decided not to, although it's the pistols that are doing a lot of damage, and the damage is done in Banana. Gabotic will get himself an up. Well, there we go, that's cheeky. And they're closed out in middle. Definitely not good for Team Timechasers. The aggression has worked out. with the pistols. So now they find themselves in a pickle, Time Chasers. Especially when Indifferent is being brought down to 13 HP. That could be very troublesome. Vista also sees his opponent. So now they are in a world of trouble, Time Chasers. But Askew, luckily, he does get a double kill. Very important for him to do so. As they do have to group up right now, Time Chasers. They do not want to do stuff like that. Why do you peek alone? Why didn't you just group up with your teammate? I have no idea, but now you are in a man at disadvantage. Yowza throws down a smoke. Oh, and he will be found from behind. Zila with a very important headshot. And well, these are the rounds really for Time Chasers that you mustn't lose. Zila, my god. I did say that this guy knows how to use the pistols. I mean, his Desert Eagle shooting skills are fantastic, are phenomenal. Beautiful 2 headshots, but nevertheless, Team Time Chasers, it should have been around for them. They did have the mad advantage, but they did not group up in time. And well, a very important double kill in the middle actually for Vista. And now JL, he cannot find the kill. Shadow, he will just burn alive in the flames. Nowhere that he can hide. And yeah, a simple round on the board this time around for Team LESGEDI. Yowza at least gets one, but that will be all she wrote for Team Time Chasers. Once again, I just cannot let that round that they lost slip away. So unfortunate for them not to just simply group up and force an execution somewhere, knowing that their enemy's economy is in channel. Nevertheless, it's round 9, 5-3 to scoreline right now. A full buy from Time Chasers, 5 AKs across the board, full utility. Gabotic staying on that AWP. And again, early banana control. No big surprise here for the Estonian side. As Gabotic will be boosted once again. He just might find his opponent who is speaking, but if I'm not mistaken, they already have the lock position. Gabotic now escapes just in time actually. In the meantime, it's the apartment's control that has been taken from Vista. This guy is undoubtedly the leader for his team. In the meantime, the Lithuanians, they are trying to take bomb side B for themselves. But the Estonians didn't have such good positioning. Yowza's okay. Literally died for nothing. And yeah, this round, it should go to the bin unless JL puts up something magical. Will that be the case? He does get the upper. That's an important kill. JL with a double, but that'll be all she wrote. Askew literally not knowing where his opponent is. Come on. But JL, once again, I mean, that guy can do something magical. He already put up a double kill in that round. If you only got the third. Not enough. Not enough. 6-3 is the scoreline, and well, Team Time Chasers are now starting to dig themselves a deeper hole. But it's an aggression with the pistols actually. And if they catch the side player off guard, he might do a lot of damage. Indifferentus, he will have to rush in with the CZ. He has to hurry, but he's not getting the kills actually. It's Vista and Zila who are doing the work right now, leaving only Shadow alive. He will get one, but that will be all she wrote. 7-3 is the scoreline. The round could have played out so much better, but they just didn't. They didn't kill the Opper soon enough. Gabotic played that round quite nicely. And it's a 7th one on the board for Team LESGEDI. And Time Chasers, well, they are in a bleak scenario right now. And they do have to step things up. Otherwise, well, it's an easy CT half for LESGEDI. And I doubt that they will let another comeback happen. JL, man, he's being cheeky right now. Trying to find that elusive first kill, the opening entry frag for his team. As Time Chasers, they are starting to chase their opponents in the middle. Molotovs being used from the Estonians. Palu throws down another smoke onto a long. LESGEDI, he's still sitting deep. Still sitting in old car. Or the new barrels. The flash. Perfect. Perfect. Team play from Team Timechasers. DL gets the kill. The lurking different. Come on. Come on. The round played out so good. For Team Timechasers, they could have won it this easy. A snap of a finger. That was all they needed. But still, they cannot do the job properly. So unfortunate. They lose out such important name duels. And now Nita, oh dear goodness, will he knife the guy? No, he will not. He just toyed around. But again, if I'm Timechasers, I'm tilted right now. I'm tilted. Indifferent, literally an open kill he didn't get. Then what happened at Banana, I have no idea. They had control of it because the upper has died. But still, they died. Both of them died. They just line up and do not kill a person. I have no idea how. Again, very unfortunate for the Lithuanians that do lose rounds in such manner. We saw that mistake in Overpass, right? But I mean, it cannot be happening because they don't have rounds to give away right now. Timechasers, and Askew is forced back, and yeah, he's the one and only left in the Lithuanian side. Did hear a step in apartments. Should be aware of it. It's being rushed down from both of the sides. Nita gets another headshot. Again, 2 rounds that should have been won from Timechasers. They have only made mistakes of their own, and I mean that could lead to the second map loss. Honestly, they lost 2 very important rounds that could have shaped the economy for their team. That could have changed the scenario, but obviously hope dies last. But you know, in times like these and in matches like these, you expect better. JL, he does get the opening kill for Timechasers finally. Oh, come on, just shoot. He doesn't. Nita is left on 12 HP. Deep Molotov actually into middle. Very crazy one. And Nita. Okay, he will get traded off. I thought that we would be seeing even more magic. On again! And the bomb is dropped. Of course the bomb is dropped. Of course you leave the bomb in apartments, not where, you know, the majority of your team is heading. No, no, no. You leave the bomb to one person. Again, it's very hard to commentate. It's really frustrating. Indifferent. 1 against 1, 2 HP for him. Palu, he knows the positioning of him. He knows where the bomb is. He's in the best position that he can possibly have. He heard the drop down from Palu. He heard the flash. He should be aware of his enemy position right now, Palu. He could just flank him around, actually. Here's a Molotov, indicating that he's not playing Boiler, and he's not playing Hay, or Balcony. So Palu, well, yeah, there we go. That's a good position. Easy kill again. It's frustrating. Honestly, it is, because it's rookie mistakes. I mean, when you see a team coming back from 2-11 or whatever the scoreline was, right? They were starting to come back. They were starting to play oh so well. But now they're doing such clumsy mistakes, really. They're losing people one by one. They're leaving the bomb in apartments when 3 of them were rushing down middle. They could have got the A bomb site and it could have been another round for Timechasers. But once again, 3 crucial rounds lost. Crucial rounds that might shape up map 2 for them. Definitely not acceptable in this scenario. Aggression. This time around it's from Zila. Where was his teammate to trade him off? JL. Again, not fast enough, I guess. JL just baited out his teammate. Trades are happening in middle at least. They have equalized the man advantage, but not for long. Indifferent as though. Oh no, he pulled out his knife. Indifferent as Again, you have 50 seconds on the clock. You have plenty of time, but you're pulling out your knives. Seriously, rookie mistakes. Unacceptable. JL, he will plant the bomb in the smoke unless he gets killed. No, he does not. A very important kill for JL. And it's a 1v1 that might be crucial. He gets himself in a good position, and JL... Again, when you need JL to shine, he most certainly will do that. No wonder he's the individual leader for Timechasers. No wonder he's the, you know, the brightest star, so to say, for his team. And when they need him the most, he shines brightly. JL, a very important round, and once again we might see a very similar scenario, perhaps, to map 1. Because if we do win this round, although it doesn't seem to be the case as well. Havoc is being brought upon Banana, as they do get the first kill on the board in this round. A double peek from apartments. Vista, he will peek. He will get actually dinged, but it doesn't matter as Vista finds himself a double. And LESGEDI, they should find themselves round 11. JL, he does get one, but obviously you cannot clutch 1v5 JL. You're not that magical, come on. It would be impossible. Mission impossible for JL, but you know, you can never count out this guy. His position has been okay. Okay, let it be. So 11-4 is the scoreline for Team LESGEDI. Obviously, rounds that should have been won. No excuses for Timechasers. They could have won 3 more rounds. It could have been 7-8 easily. But yeah, crucial mistakes at the most important times. That is what costs you. But maybe we'll see another comeback from the Lithuanians. Hopefully we will. They've managed to do something magical on overpass. Will that be the case in this map as well? Askew throwing down a flash. Aggressive peek in Banana. GL not finding anybody. Although the apartment player, he does find Shadow. And that's Palu. Once again, the guy who shoots with pistols perfectly. He does get the first kill and the second one. Even only Yaz is alive. He does get a big headshot on beautiful one. In fact, and Askew right now, he does have to rotate towards bomb side B as he should be hearing steps from his opponents. He does have a flash in hand, but decided not to use it so far. Look, Askew, come on. Thank God. I mean, it was painful to watch, to say the least. He should be getting those kills earlier. Definitely earlier. But it's Palu against Yazes. Palu, he already has a triple kill in this round. We know that this guy is a beast with pistols. He just might finish things off with a quadra. And he doesn't actually. It's Yazes winning out the clutch, who picked up very beautiful 2 headshots in the start of the round, which have prevented an attack on bomb side A. And it's actually Yazes who is the hero on this pistol round for Team Timechasers. And well, in crises like these, you do need individual leaders. And Timechasers are showing that. JL shined when he needed to. Yaz is also winning 1v1s. Actually, when it comes to clutch scenarios, it's Team Timechasers are prevailing, who are winning more of those 1v1 scenarios. So yeah, it's actually just rookie mistakes that are not letting the Lithuanians be in a better position than they are in right now. Pistols across the board for Team LESGEDI. Again, Palu, man. His pistol skills are phenomenal. Vista actually finds another headshot as well. That's dangerous. As Indifferent, he will be rushed down. Should get a double, but he's out of ammo. Needs to hurry up. Palu gets another one, but Indifferent will trade him off. Luckily and happily for Team Timechasers, as well, their financial situation is not the best. As if they lose this round, then they will be in a pickle. But JL, he manages to buy himself an op. 5 assault rifles for Team LESGEDI, 4 AKs and 1 SG. So an aggressive peek from GL, which will not find anybody. Shadow. Has to be careful, Shadow. Why did he... Okay. He was playing Anthem, to say the least. But again, his aim really let him down on that scenario. He has only got 1 kill. Oh, God. 2 very quick trades, actually, from the Estonians, leaving only JL alive. And he can only save in the op. Yeah, quite depressing from Team Timechasers. Such quick kills coming in for Team LESGEDI. On bomb side A, just simple flash out, simple kills. That was the Achilles heel for the Estonians' defense on overpass. Actually, they just were literally ran down by the Lithuanians on bomb side B, especially. They had no defense on there, and the question is, will that scenario repeat itself? But on vice versa, right? Will the Estonians just rush down A every single time? Because they did so basically every round that they played on T side. It hasn't worked out at the first 2, but when they do have the better weaponry, obviously it will have more and sweeter fruits. So they've decided to fully invest in this round, Timechasers, and they bought 2 Mag 7s. Questionable to say the least. Ask you. Flash out, Mag 7. Here we go, baby. Okay, only 1 kill. I've overhyped it, I'm sorry. JL with a very important double there. And it's actually an added advantage for Team Timechasers, a thing that we didn't expect. Well, the Estonians, they haven't played that one out nicely. They could have traded way quicker. And it's Yazas now who's decided to push aggressively. Will that aggression work out? With the UMP in hand, he can do so much damage if he just gets his timing right. Nathan, Zila is already on bomb side A. That is very, very troubling. As both of the CTs, they have decided to stay on bomb side B as Yazas. Why is he taking such a position? That's so weird, man. It's literally weird. It's a simple bomb plan for LESGEDI. It's so unfortunate that things worked out that way. Yazas, he should have been aware of the time. Come on, if you're not seeing your opponents in banana because JL was playing banana and he didn't see his opponents there. I don't know, man. Unfortunate, to say the least, for Timechasers. Nevertheless, a smoke out. They have to push right now, Timechasers. They do have the fuse kit in hand, so it's not a big problem for them, but they did invest fully in this round, so they do want to win this one. Jumping UMP that doesn't work. They don't have enough time. Timechasers will lose out this round. JL, he does get a triple kill in this round, but it's not enough, obviously. He won't even get that last kill. And the bomb will get him. So, 6-13. Again, they will have even a steeper mountain to climb that they did have on overpass, because on that scenario it was what, 8-14 if I'm not mistaken. 6-14. Oh boy, is it a different scenario. I mean, unless they manage to win an eco round, but come on, let's face it, let's be realistic. It shouldn't be happening, as they are setting up their trap on bomb side B. Should be looking nice. Yeah, it does look nice, you know. As a team, he could have literally jumped up here. It could have made a beautiful pyramid, but yeah, won't be the case. As obviously the trap will not work out, as the Estonians are clearing out angles on the opposite bomb side, and that bomb site is A. And once again, as I said before, it seems that both of these teams, they do favor one side, and the Estonians have decided to favor the A bomb site. Every single round they went was bomb site A, so hopefully they do see that tactical approach, Team Timechasers, and maybe just maybe they will, you know, figure things out, maybe do something tactically in trying to prevail their middle presence. Let's see if that's going to be the case, as it's round 21. 14-6 is the scoreline right now, so You know, as things move on, it seems to be the case that we will be moving on to map 3. But hope dies last. We saw Timechasers coming back on overpass when the scoreline was this. Will they do so? In Inferno as well. CT side is more favored on this map for CT, so they do have the better side advantage, I guess, but that's all they do have. JL, he takes some damage, but he left Vista with 3 HP. Yalzis, good positioning from him to get Zila. Alright, but he just turned around. Possibly the worst time possible, but maybe that's not even gonna be the case. As Zila, he does get the double actually, which is very important. And oh god, you have to get that kill. And oh, Shadow. Okay, literally 5v2 lost. If they lose this round, I'm throwing my hands up in the air. And I have nothing to say for Timechasers. Nothing. If you lose a 5v2, only yourselves to blame, right? A very important trade here. Vista 1 against 2 with 3 HP, no defuse kit, nothing. But Estonian, he has decided to move towards bomb side A. It seems that he has read the game perfectly, and the bomb will be planted on A. And the CTs have no clue and no defuse kit especially. Oh boy. Will Vista actually clutch this round out? It might be the case. Probably it will be the case. As they literally do not have enough time. They have to just rush in and expect that Vista will be close by. But he's playing this one out smartly, Vista. He's not showing himself. Okay, JL. You can thank that man once again, because once again, it was a 5v2 scenario for Timechasers. And they've literally chased time in this time around, but it worked out for them, right? So maybe, just maybe, this will wake them up. But their economy is still in shambles. They don't have proper finances to make a decent buy out of this. Nade-wise, at least. Well, Yalzis drags himself back onto a UMP so that he can afford nades. We'll see if that financial decision will help him out. Palu, he gets burned a bit. He's left with 68 HP. Gabotic has decided to invest into an AWP. Interesting decision from him. As he's moving deeper and deeper towards middle. Palu, we can never ride off the deagle for this map. Oh, perfect jumping from the player, from the CT holding A long. Now it's an execution towards bomb side A. Indifferent. He gets a very important kill. And actually that's a quadra stack for Team Timechasers that actually might work out for them. Nades are being used perfectly, but it's Palu once again shining with a Desert Eagle. Gamari getting another kill. Zila with a trade. They must get kills, but it's only Asq left. 1 against 2. What else can you ask for Timechasers if you have a 4-man setup on A and you still lose? You know, what else can be asked? Asq, he does have a defuse kit, although Gabotic has an AWP, and he just might expect his opponent's position. Yep, Asq's position is compromised. That's it. The nade should do it. It doesn't. Asq, hope dies last. Still decided to use his nade. Why? Oh god, I'm frustrated. I'm seriously very frustrated to watch this map right now. Such crucial mistakes, really. I even praise Timechasers that they've played 1v1s nicely, but you choose a nade over positioning against an opper. An opper whose position was compromised. So what do you think? It's either A, he moves, or B, he moves, but you decide to pick up a nade. Well, nevertheless, the round is not over yet, because somehow, magically, things are looking up for Timechasers, as with the worst possible buy that you can shape up. I'm talking Max 7s, I'm talking Deagles, and they're out playing AKs and Ops. Crazy to think about when they do crucial mistakes, at crucial moments, then next round around, they just literally turn on a switch or something, and out of the worst possible scenario, they make it a good one for themselves. Team Timechasers, they do not want to give up hope. They want to drag this into overtime. Nita knows where his opponent is. How does that damage? How does this nade doesn't do a lot of damage? I'm baffled by that fact. A double peek, it will not work out. As Timechasers, well, they're clawing their way back. 7 rounds in a row is a must right now for Timechasers if they want to drag this one into overtime, as the Estonians, they have forced up to pistols. Gabotic with an AK. We should be expecting a rush, and that rush will happen on Banana. Will he be prepared for it? JL. Oh god, he has to throw the molly quick. He does. Would be enough time. I doubt so. His position has been compromised. Now Askew, he will need to shine. He does get a double kill. Shadow will add one more, but it doesn't even matter as it's only Nita left. He will get one, but will be traded off by Shadow. So, a force round didn't work out. So the Estonians now, they do have an eco ahead of them. Timechasers doesn't even matter whether they have the bank or not, because they don't have any more chances to do mistakes. 3 and 4 is an AUG and an op. That is the arsenal for Timechasers. Nades being thrown down middle, getting themselves the kills that they want to. Balcony mollied off. So now it's just a game of cat and mouse for both of these teams. Not much that they can do. The only 2 that are left alive. Shadow will get dinged, but will trade off quickly. Nita, the only guy alive, 77 HP. Ooh, nice headshot. He will be traded off quickly. So, 15 to 10. 5 rounds are left. Timechaser did not want to give this map up that easily. They want to force this one into overtime. They will not be able to repeat the miracle that they did at the first encounter on Overpass, because they managed to win that after having been down 8 to 14, if I'm not mistaken. They've clawed their way back 16 to 14. That will not be the case, as they are already against round 15. So, interesting positioning to say the least, more aggressive on... Oh dear goodness. JL loses his life and just might lose this map for his team, as the Estonians, they do have the mad advantage. Whether the aggression was needed or not from Timechasers is debatable. Shadow, he sees his opponent, and there is another kill, a very important one. So now 3v4. The Lithuanians, they must shine, and it seems to be the case that the Estonians will move on to the A-bomb side. So important for Yalsas to get that kill. So important, but it doesn't, and that just might be it, as it's a retake scenario, 2v3. On bomb side A, both of them have kits, so that's good. No ops as well. Oh, but Shadow dies. Shadow dies, leaving only Askew. 12 HP. Not a lot of hope, as the Estonians do not have any incentive to push now. So it just might be a trap for Askew to fall into inevitably. But against 3, how will he play this one? He won't even get that kill. So 16 to 10 is the scoreline on map 2. LESGEDI will bring things onto the third map, which will be Mirage. Zila with 26 kills, Vista with 23. A decent performance from the Estonians so far. So once again, we will have a couple of minutes for break time, and then we will see the final map of this encounter between Team LESGEDI against Team Timechasers. So dear viewers, in just a couple of minutes we will be right back, so don't you go anywhere.
stuck in my head, you know I can't forget it. I try to move on, but you're the one that I dream about. I sit alone in my room, drawing up pictures of blue skies. We've been apart for so long, I'm always replaying all the pictures and memories stacked up in my head. I wish I could let you go, I wish I could just forget you. I can never shake you off. You're stickier than my super glue. I can never shake you off. I'm always trying to get rid of you. I'm never shaking you off. My friends are saying move on, I know I don't belong in this fantasy world I put you in the air. I cover up both my ears, cause I know baby it's working. It's working. Never shake you off. You're stickier than my super glue. I can never shake you off. I'm always trying to get rid of you. I'm never shaking you off. I'm never shaking you off. I'm never shaking. I'm never shaking. I'm never shaking. I don't wanna shake you off. I don't wanna shake you off. I don't wanna shake you
Breathe in the air, the light that surrounds me. If we hold ourselves together, we'll go far. Created a space, in my head it was empty. But I know that I want to be where you are. I was denied. I had spent those years, did not recognize the person that's inside.
So good evening, dear viewers. For the last time, unfortunately, we are back at map 3 between Team LESGEDI and Team Timechasers. You're greeted by me, LESVUNAS, and we are watching BESL.PRO Season 2, if I'm not mistaken, or Season 3, doesn't matter. It's map 3, and it's Mirage. Team Timechasers have won Overpass 16-14, and they lost Inferno 16-10. Pistol round is upon us. Timechasers on the T side. So the majority of the CTs have decided to play towards bomb side A, and Timechasers, they are definitely changing up their strategies, but they're just waiting for aggression. It just doesn't seem to be the case. They should be executing on the minute mark. And it's a fake, actually. It's a fake that might work out, but the problem is that they did not expect CTs to push deeply into ramp, and that was an indication for the counter-terrorists to rotate towards kitchen. Although the bomb site itself, it's quite free, but nevertheless, the Estonians have played it on a retake, and yeah, well, basically they screwed things up by themselves, really, Team LESGEDI, by missing simple shots like that. Leaving only a Gabotic alive, 16 HP for the guy, not much that he can do, no Kevlar as well. So it should be an easy round to close out for Timechasers. That's Gabotic. He will look left and right, but will not see anybody, and they do not need to peek, Timechasers. Or if they want to peek, they can do it from both sides, and they do so. And do so in good fashion. Yazas with a quadra kill, very important for him. Another good round for Yazas. As Timechasers, well, they do manage to grab a pistol round, which is important, but very important by a very interesting one from the Estonians. They've just decided to invest. I mean, 3 of them did. Nita and Vista both on scouts. Okay. Zila on a Deagle. Oh, goodness me, Zila! Will he get a quadra? Doesn't even matter. But it's the Desert Eagles that are doing oh so much damage, and goodness gracious, that guy Zila, he's fantastic. No other words to put. He's a magician with that Desert Eagle. Such a quick round for Team LESGEDI. A round that no way, in no other world could the Estonians have won, but their quasi-buy, it did work out. Timechasers will try to answer back with a quasi-buy of their own. JL investing into an AK, and all of his other teammates with Desert Eagles. Shadow will already be brought down. Yazas, just in time, he planted the bomb. The Molotov didn't reach him, so that was quite fortunate, but this one will. He will have to flash out. Yazas missing his shots, leaving all down to JL. 1 against 3, doesn't even matter. He will lose out that battle, and he will lose out this round. Again, another one on the board for the Estonians. The Desert Eagles, I mean, didn't really work out. The aim was off-putting for Timechasers. Really unfortunate. They could have done better, but they didn't. And the Estonians are again in the lead. So Timechasers, they have decided to make an eco out of this round, but they will be greeted by the op of Gabotic. Once again, a decent opera actually for Team LESGEDI. When he needs to get those shots, he gets them well. Although a good trade-off by Yazas in window. But Vista will find his teammate. A deep Molotov. But Indifferent will be the only guy left for the terrorist side. He does got a nice headshot there. 36 HP for the lad. No Kevlar, no bomb in sight. needs to do something magical here, indifferent against an op and 2 assault rifles. Could be deadly. He misses such an important shot, and it will be found by Gabotic in the end. And it's round 3 for Team LESGEDI. The Timechasers, they will have enough money to finally conjure up a proper buy. 5 HAs, full utility. Trying to force up a quick execution towards bomb side A perhaps. But again, it's a fake, it seems. Although it's not working out. Nita will get 1 kill. Zila might bring more on the table. Doesn't even matter, as Vista will have a challenge against indifferent. Easy pickings for Vista. Only JL and Shadow left, splitting up. JL, we do know that this guy can definitely shine in the individual matter, and he will need to shine brightly in order to win this round for his team. JL will be preparing to smoke at least one side of the map to help his teammate out. Zila gathered a lot of information here with that push. They need to hurry up, Timechasers. It's a 2v2 with a Molotov. It has been thrown onto ramp. Gabotic with the AWP. He does have a good position. Shadow, he must hurry. He has no time. He needs to push. He does so from ladder. JL trying to catch the upper off guard, but his teammate Shadow dies, and that should be the end of it. Zila with a flank from behind, finding a 4th round for the Estonians. 4-1 is the scoreline. Timechaser as well. They have to really figure things out right now because they are in a slump, to say the least. Pistols and Kevlar. This is what they have right now. They will try to make an execution onto bomb side B, and that might be the right choice for them, as only Zila is the proper anchor on this bomb side. Flash out, Zila, simple double, might get a triple, but he doesn't. Finally traded off, although a fast rotation from the Estonians have left and have led to the demise of Timechasers. Their steps should have been heard, definitely should have been heard, especially from Nita, who's playing under apartments right now. His teammate Gabotic will get one. Askew is trying to flank behind, but Vista should be taking care of it. Oh dear God, Vista, you need to hit those shots. Yeah, that was ugly. That was ugly, to say the least. But Gabotic, he will get the kill on ramp. 5-1 is the scoreline. 5 rounds in a row for Team LESGEDI, and still no answers from the Lithuanians. They need to step things up. No op as well picked up. Interesting to see, as this time around they will try to go for middle control, it seems. I mean, LESGEDI, they've decided to play mid passively. They're trying to switch up aggression onto B apartments, onto ramp, but they're giving middle away. And so far, it has worked out actually. It's the nade that has done a lot of damage. Already killed Askew. Gabotic is left on 35, but it does have the open hand, it doesn't really matter. So again, a mad advantage for the Estonians. A one-sided affair so far. But, I mean, at this point we're used to it. For Timechasers, they just like to chase, man. They just like to make hero storylines indifferent. Gets a very important kill, but it's only one. If he had gotten the double, then it would have been better. Nyaz's on trade, so at least that's something positive. It's not over yet as Nita just might get a double, but he doesn't. He actually misses every single shot on Shadow. But Shadow needs to pick up the bomb. He does have a very important smoke. And he just might do something cheeky. That won't work out. He gets only one Zila. It was a quick trade. Will not bait out his teammate. And it's another round on the board for Timechasers as they have decided to take a timeout. Well, they do need to change things up, to say the least, as it is most definitely not working out for them. Not good enough if you're Timechasers. Obviously, there's still a long way to go, perhaps, in the first half, especially on the map itself. And we do know that Timechasers can show us a comeback. Whether they will show one here, just a matter of time to see. So they've invested enough money to have some sort of a buy in this round, but to save up for a full buy on the next one. So Timechaser, they're running up connector, but oh god, are they burning, and oh god, are they failing. Leaving only Shadow alive, but not for long. Another quick round, a 7th consecutive one for Team LESGEDI. And Timechasers, well, how will they answer right now? Still no AWP. JL could grab it, but he decided not to. A quick smoke onto connector, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's jungle smoke. Should provoke more of an aggressive reaction from LESGEDI. Paolo is pushing up from short vista. Cannot give away those kills that easily. 2 simple kills, 2 deaths for nothing. Talking about nothing, nothing good is happening for Timechasers at the moment. It's another clean sweep of a round for the Estonian side. Definitely not working in their favor. And again, they're starting to force up right now, Team Timechasers, as they are trailing way behind. I mean, in this literal scenario, they managed to came back on an overpass. Will we see the same stories? Time will only tell. As Shadow manages to get 1 kill. JL is only on 5 HP. His teammate is traded, but he will get a headshot. Although again, it's another trade, this time for Paolo. Shadow now, he needs to be the initiator. He needs to take initiative. 3 against 3. JL is on low HP. The bomb is still making its way onto the bomb side A. Maybe it took just too long, but maybe it just took the right amount of time to baffle their opponents. But it's Zila taking very important kills. Waiting for his teammate right now, flashing out, but it doesn't really matter as his teammates are picking up the kills left, right, and center. So round 11, and Timechasers, they do not have an antidote for the poison that has corrupted them in this first half. Oh god, are the nades doing damage? Well, out with pistols, but they've just flashed themselves. They cannot seem to win any aim duel. They're running into hell right now, quite literally. Disappointing to say the least after having played decent 2 maps. Definitely decent. Now they're just getting slaughtered in the first half. Again, if we're gonna see a comeback from Timechaser as well, I would be surprised, to say the least, because they look even worse than they did on Overpass. So yeah, maybe, just maybe, they will have enough time to come back, but doesn't seem likely, although JL picks up an op. How does he miss that shot? Luckily his teammate Shadow is in the right place at the right time, but he's getting dinged down, so that's not good enough. And again, it's a 1v1 scenario for Team Timechasers Shadow. He needs to clutch this one out because there are not a lot of hope. There's not a lot of hope definitely for Timechasers if they lose this round. So Shadow, he must clutch this one out. This round is on Zila. He's preparing himself. This guy's lethal. We know what he can do with pistols, but can he do the same with AKs? He's jumping out. I mean, he does have a Molotov Shadow, so his position will be compromised, so it's a difficult decision for him to make. But Zila already knows his opponent's position, but he shot just too quickly. But will he have enough time, actually, Zila? Or will this one out? No, he will have enough time. How unfortunate. Oh, just at the last millisecond, Zila defuses the bomb. How unfortunate. For Team Timechasers, actually. It seemed that only 1 second might do it for Shadow, but it wasn't the case. And it's 11-1 the scoreline. Definitely not in favor of the Lithuanians. How will they come back in this map? I have no idea. They're just running through Molotovs and smokes. I mean, yeah, this map, it should be over with. Askew, at least he will get 1 kill, but doesn't even matter at this point. Obviously, a nihilistic tone. Yep. Nevertheless, it's Gaborik who is putting things away in this map so far. 17 kills for the Opper. Definitely has proven to be a menace for this guy, but yeah, unfortunate for Team Timechasers. Pistols in their arsenal, and only 1 AK, and that's in the hands of JL. Well, okay, just running through the smoke. What else can you ask? Really, this is just ugly. What we're seeing, this should be illegal. This should be 18 plus, really. So all the kids who are still not sleeping shouldn't be seeing this. This is illegal. Yeah, but this is ugly what we're seeing from Team Timechasers. Nevertheless, hope dies last, right? And round 15, the last one of the first half, if they do manage to get a comeback in this morale that they're in right now, because they've wasted 2 rounds in a row, basically, maybe even 3, literally without no communication, nothing, no timeouts, no morale, nothing happening positively for them. And it's crazy that it's Mirage that they're losing maps like these, right? Because they've played Overpass and Inferno quite well. And if you know that you cannot play Mirage well, or you know that, well, your opponent is just better at pugging against you, why not ban Mirage? Why not pick such, other maps? Like Nuke or something. I mean, only Nuke is left, basically, which is not a puggy map. Or Train. They could have picked Train, but maybe their opponents banned Train, so yeah. And Mirage is, historically, it's not a bad map for Timechasers. They've played against better teams and they've played better, but maybe it's the fact that it's already map 3, maybe it's the fact that they've already tired, but something is definitely not clicking for this roster. And yeah, we shouldn't be seeing results like this, especially after having played nicely, after having played decently in the first two maps. Definitely it wasn't a bad fight there, right? But now we're seeing a completely different picture. It seems as though they've just gave up, really, on this map, but they haven't gave up on this round yet. 2 against 2. The bomb is planted. Vista already compromised one of his opponent's position, and he will have to fly out of window. Vista will get one. His teammate gets another Gabotic. Once again, clutching out this round, and a 14th one on the board for the Estonian side. Yeah, it's definitely quite sad to see for Team Timechasers after having created such good drama. A fantastic comeback on overpass. Just things were clicking there, but now what else can you commentate, really? What else can you say that hasn't already been said? Not good enough, to say the least. The Estonians, they're on the pistol round. A lot of utility, actually. A couple of smokes, even a molly for Gabotic. Where will he land up? Okay, Gabotic, learn your Molotovs. That was disgusting. Throwing down a smoke, and they're just trying to push basically raw onto the B-bomb side. Zila will get one kill. The pistol god has been dethroned. Gabotic misses his shots as well. Finally gets a headshot. Vista with one kill, but he had the bomb on him. So JL will get the double. Both of them headshots, actually, so that's beautiful. And that's a pistol round for Team Timechasers. Hopefully, that the Estonians, they do not start trolling around, and they do not start, you know, buying weapons that in scenarios where they shouldn't buy, and it seems to be just that case. In the meantime, Timechasers, obviously with a better weaponry, should be basically a massacre in this round, and it is. The Estonians are not playing around, they're not playing around. Zila with one kill, but that'll be all she wrote for him. 14-2, 14-3, the scoreline, so 3 rounds, that's something. Yeah. They did a comeback from 14-6. Maybe, just maybe, they will make a comeback from 14-3. Maybe that's too much to ask, but it's only 3 rounds, right? So, it's only 3 rounds more than they did previously, so, you know, it's still doable, it's still manageable. Especially if they win this round, then they will build up confidence, but if they lose this one like that, then it will not be good. Once again, simple execution, simple aim duels really being won. It's just no motivation whatsoever from Timechasers. They're losing aim duels horribly because their positioning is simply bad on that round. No flash outs, no smokes, no molotovs, no trading, no supports, nothing. People peeking one by one. What else do you want to expect? It seems as though Timechasers just want to put this game into bed, really, because again they're pushing middle one by one with no help or whatever. If you know that you don't have proper utility, you're still pushing. If you know that you have the worst weapon, you're still pushing. Ask you with a max 7, really what a max 7 can do in you know, Counter-Strike. Why not the UMP? Why not an MP9? You know, really questionable choices to say the least. In the meantime, Palu gets another kill, leaving this one on a 3v5, and the Estonians will just plow their way onto the B-bomb side from short. It should be a bomb planted, it should be around 16, all and over with. Vista gets another kill. Again, a simple, just mispositioning really this time around, and Timechasers, they will finally be brought down. JL will be found as well. Askew with a max 7. Well, what do you expect, really? 16-3 is the scoreline on map 3. Gabotic, well, he played this one out fantastically. 21 kills for him. JL with 18. Surprise, surprise. Such people as Askew and Indifferent are with 5 and 4 kills. Definitely not good enough. JL is still shining, which is nice. We do know that he is the individual leader for this team, but other players are just slacking behind, man. That shouldn't be happening. Nevertheless, they did manage to mount a beautiful comeback on map 1 down on Inferno. They did some crucial mistakes which have led to a very bad first half, and then obviously they couldn't manage to crawl their way back into the second half. So Inferno finished 10-16, and now it was just a massacre. We saw a completely different Timechasers team. Obviously, you can joke around, whatever. They did play Overpass nicely. All I'm gonna say, they did play that map nicely. Inferno, it could have been played better. Definitely a couple of rounds where they should have won, and maybe it would have shifted the whole dynamic of the game. But this map, Mirage, it should be deleted from history because it was a horrendous map. No motivation, no support, no morale, nothing going on Mirage. Unfortunate that this was an anticlimactic ending to this stream. However, dear viewers, I'm really thankful that you joined in. Timechasers unfortunately lost 2-1 if you have just tuned in, but for me, Lisvunas, that will be it. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching, and until next time, I will say to you, dear viewers, farewell and goodbye.